I have to tell you about this book that I just read. It has my mind completely reeling. It's about a group of friends who made a pact. They called themselves the Quitters Club. They had all gotten together for a girls' weekend, and as they were talking, they realized that they were each in this situation where something was completely draining them. A relationship that had quietly turned damaged, a career that used to light them up but now is completely draining. A situation where they had gotten themselves into a mental state that they just couldn't get out of. And so they decided to make this pact. And the rules of the club were simple. They each had to pick that thing that was draining them that would serve them better if they actually quit. Because what they realized is that they had created this version of themselves that they had been performing for so long that they actually forgot it was a performance. And so they decided, we need to create the Quitters Club. They quit comparing themselves to other women. They quit living somebody else's dreams. They quit doing things that no longer fit who they had become. And here's the thing that I couldn't stop thinking about as I read it. Every single woman I have ever coached or ever talked to after being on stage has needed a Quitters Club. She just did not know that she was allowed to actually join one. Let's talk about that today. Welcome to the Lead with Spark podcast, the show where real women lead with authenticity, show up with presence, and live out their purpose. I'm Lynsey Mulder, speaker, C-suite executive, family gal, travel junkie, and a firm believer that your leadership starts from within. Around here, we go beyond the fluff. We talk about the real stuff no one teaches you in leadership training. Your values, your superpower strengths, boundaries to stop burnout, and how to quit being the chaos coordinator of your own life. Whether you're building a business, leading a team, or just trying to stop feeling stuck in the daily grind, this is your space to get clear, get aligned, and finally lead with confidence. So let's cut the noise and reconnect with the spark that makes you, you. Let's go get our spark on. This episode is a little bit crazy. I actually had a friend tell me not to do it because quitting comes with such a negative connotation. We think about quitting smoking. We think about all of the things that we should quit or need to quit. I should quit eating so much chocolate. I should quit avoiding the gym. They said you need to reframe it to be more positive. But I am going forward with this episode. I'm inviting you to do something that probably feels completely uncomfortable. I'm inviting you to quit in a positive way. Not your job, not your marriage, not anything dramatic. I'm inviting you to quit the smaller things, the quiet things, the things that you've been doing on autopilot that are slowly draining the life out of you while you're pretending that they are important. Because I will tell you what I've learned in the last few months while I'm reading this book. When you start quitting on purpose, life gets so much bigger. It's a word that we're all afraid of, but let me start by saying out loud the thing that almost everyone listening to this is already thinking. We are not raised to quit. I'm not a quitter. We're raised to finish what we start, to honor our commitments, to follow through, to not be the kind of woman who flakes or bails or lets people down. And all of those are fantastic values. I want to be clear about that. Those are good values that have built strong women. But somewhere along the way, those values might have gotten hijacked. Somewhere along the way, finishing what you start turned into doing something forever just because you started it one time. Honoring your commitments turned into honoring a commitment your past self made to a life your current self has outgrown. And the word quit became the dirtiest word in the high-achieving woman's vocabulary. So today, I want to take that word back. I want to give it a new job. Because quitting, when you do it on purpose, is not weakness. Quitting on purpose is one of the most powerful leadership moves that a woman can make in her own life. I'm going to be honest. This is full disclosure. I want to tell you what I have started quitting after I read this book. And I want you to listen for the pattern because the pattern is the whole point. Number one, I quit a networking group. I had paid for it. I blocked the time on my calendar. I had told myself that it was good for business. And the truth when I finally let myself say it out loud, it was that I didn't actually like the people that were even in that networking group. I was showing up out of obligation to a version of me that had signed up 6 months earlier. I quit it. The world did not end. My business did not collapse. I just got the time back on my calendar. Number 2, I quit a stack of tasks at my work that were draining me. Here's the part that's going to make you laugh or maybe even cry a little bit. When I actually quit doing them, I realized something. Most of them were not even needed. Nobody noticed. Nobody asked where that thing went. I had been carrying around a load of work that was not serving anyone, including the people that I thought that it was for. So I quit. The third thing I quit comparing myself on social media. Not entirely. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I've transcended the algorithm, but I quit the daily scroll that was making me feel 3 steps behind a version of success that I never even decided that I wanted. I started asking myself, is what I'm looking at actually my dream, or am I borrowing somebody else's? My version of happiness and success is my version, nobody else's, so I don't need to compare myself to them. Not on social media, not in real life, not in anything else. The fourth thing that I quit worrying about whether I'm a great mom. This one's really important to me. Family is my biggest priority. My kids are everything to me. And so as they get older, it's harder to be an influence in their life. It's harder to touch them. It's harder to be a part of them. They're all off doing amazing things. I just decided to keep being a great mom instead of worrying about if I am. And here's what I want you to hear, because this one matters. The worrying was not making me better. The worrying was just eating up energy that I could have been spending actually being present. Quitting worrying was the most loving thing that I could do for my family. It allows me to just show up, be the mom that I know how to be. Listen more, touch base more, make sure that I'm in the things that they need me to be in. Kind of freeing. Number 5, I quit setting an alarm on Saturday mornings. I know, this is revolutionary, but honestly, what I was rushing toward at 6:15 on a Saturday, the Lord did not put caffeine on this earth to be consumed under pressure on a weekend. The funny thing is, I still wake up at the same time. But instead of jumping out of bed, I grab my book and I read for a little bit. I might turn on a podcast. I might go through my affirmation statements. I just don't rush to get out of bed. I love kind of feeling like I can be lazy before I get up and start my day. Okay, number 6, I quit working on Friday afternoons. I realized that I used to take Friday afternoons off every single week of the year. And I haven't been doing it for the last 3 or 4 months. That was time that I could just start focusing on me. It might be that I'm actually working, and that's a choice that I can make. Or it could be the time that I go get my massage, or I grab a glass of grapes with a girlfriend, whatever it might be. So I went to my calendar. I blocked off every Friday afternoon. From now on, when 12 o'clock on Friday hits, I can feel really good about closing my laptop. I let the inbox keep doing what inboxes do, and the wildest thing happened. My Mondays got better. My weekends got longer. My creativity, the thing that I actually do, it came back online. I was able to allow my brain a little bit of downtime, which is exactly what it needed. Now, here's what I want you to notice, because this is the whole reason that I'm telling you my big long list of things that I'm quitting. When I quit those things, I didn't just remove stuff from my life. I made room. I started reconnecting with friends that I haven't seen in a long, long time. I started smiling more around the people that I genuinely enjoy. I started showing up more authentically as myself instead of the polished version of me that I feel like I have to perform. And at work, I started honing in on the things that I actually love to do. The work that makes me forget what time is, that I could just keep doing forever. Quitting did not shrink my life. Quitting expanded it. So I want to pause here for just a second, because I have a feeling something could be happening for you while you listen to this. Maybe you started making your own list in your head. Maybe 1 or 2 of the items are already obvious. And maybe there's one thing in your list, that great big one, that you know is there, but you can't quite see what's on the other side of quitting it. If that's you, I want you to hear me say this clearly. Knowing it is time to quit something and not knowing what comes next is not a sign that you're stuck. It's a sign that you're ready for coaching. That's the work that I do with women every week. We get clear on what to put down. We get clear on what to pick up. And we build the bridge between the two so that you're not just quitting into thin air. If that landed for you, I've got a link in the show notes to book a call that I call a collaboration hour with me. It's a single conversation, just you and me to sort through what's actually on your list and what to do about it. If you're ready to take a step forward and you're really serious, get some time on my calendar. Okay, let me give you the practical part of this episode, the part that you can write on a sticky note and put on your bathroom mirror. Here are 3 ways to know that it's time to quit something, not in a panic, not in a tantrum, or on purpose. Sign 1. It used to light you up and now it drains you. Pay attention to the ones that used to be joyful. That volunteer role that you used to love, the committee that you fought to be on, the friendship that used to feel like coming home and now it feels like just one more thing on your list. The fact that it used to light you up is not a reason to keep doing it. That is a story that your guilt is telling you. The truth is simply that you've changed, or that the thing has changed, or maybe it's even both. Honor what it was, celebrate what it was, and then just let it go. Quit it. The second sign is you're doing it because you already paid for it. This is one of the sneakiest. We keep doing things because we're already invested. The membership that we already bought, the certificate that we already started, the relationship that we already put years and years of effort into. Let me tell you, the money is already spent. The time is already gone. Continuing to drain yourself does not earn any of that money back. The only thing that it costs you now is the future that you could have been building with that energy. So flip the script. I waste a lot of money on things every single week. Too many chai lattes at my favorite coffee group. There's all kinds of ways that we spend money. Just chalk this one up to a lesson learned and quit it. The third sign is you're carrying it so that somebody else doesn't have to. This is what I see all the time in women and in women leaders. We choose not to quit things because we know if we quit it, somebody else has to pick it up, and we're afraid of who might have to do that. The meeting that nobody else wants to run, the family role that nobody else wants to fill, the emotional labor that nobody else has noticed that we've been carrying forever. So here's the gentle truth. If you put it down, one of 3 things is going to happen. Somebody else is going to pick it up. The world will figure out that it was not actually needed, or someone will be a little bit uncomfortable for a while, and then they're going to adjust. None of those outcomes is your responsibility to prevent. None of them. So go ahead and quit it. Now, I want to give you the simplest tool that they shared at the end of the book. And honestly, the one I think about almost every day since I've read it. It's a simple coin flip, but not the way that you think. You're not flipping the coin to let the coin decide if you're going to quit or if you're going to move forward. You are flipping the coin to find out how you already feel. Here's how it works. You take whatever decision that you've been agonizing over and you assign one outcome to heads and one outcome to tails. Stay or quit, yes or no. Keep going or let it go. And then you flip the coin. And before you do anything else, you check in with your body. If it lands on tails, did your heart sink? Did you feel a little wave of disappointment? Did some quiet part of you go, oh man, I was really hoping for heads? Well, there's your answer. That's your real answer. The coin's not deciding for you. The coin is exposing what you already knew. Because if your heart sank when the universe seemed to give you permission to quit, you don't actually want to quit. You were just scared. And if your heart soared when it told you to stay and you felt trapped, you have your answer. That is the part that I love the most. The coin flip doesn't give you the decision. It gives you the data that your overthinking has been hiding from you. Your overthinking lives in your head. The coin flip drops the answer into your body where you have to feel it before your head can talk you out of it. Try it this week. Try it with something small first, the volunteer committee or that standing meeting that you go to, even though you're not a decision maker. Maybe it's a relationship that's been on your mind and you just don't want to commit all of that time to anymore. Flip the coin, listen to your body, and then trust what you find out. Joining the Quitters Club is not about giving up. It's about giving in to who you actually are now, not who you were when you said yes to all of this in the first place. Every quit is a yes to something else. When I quit that networking group, I said yes to 90 minutes back on my calendar during my work week. When I quit those draining tasks, I said yes to the work that I actually love. When I quit comparing myself, I said yes to my own life and being excited and happy about who I am. Every quit is a yes. So here's your homework, and I know I don't always give homework on this podcast, but today I want to. Get out a piece of paper, maybe tonight, maybe after this episode ends, maybe after you get done driving, and write down 3 things that you've been doing on autopilot that you suspect somewhere deep down you have outgrown. You don't have to quit them tomorrow. You just have to be honest that they're on the list. Awareness is the first piece of quitting. Everything else gets easier from there. Then take each one by one, and flip a coin. See what happens. What's your body telling you? Start listening. Before I go, I want to say one more thing. If you've been listening to this episode and you're thinking, okay, I'm ready to quit something. Maybe I'm ready to quit a lot of some things, but I have no idea what comes after that. That's the moment coaching exists for. Coaching is not for women who have it all figured out. Coaching is for women who are standing in the doorway between who they once were and who they're becoming. And it's also for women who don't want to walk through that door alone. If that's where you are, I would love to be in your corner. The link to book a collaboration hour with me is in the show notes. It's one conversation. Bring your list with you. We'll figure out what comes next. And if this episode landed for you, send it to one friend that you would invite into your own Quitters Club. I know she has a list too. She just hasn't written it down yet. She needs someone to tell her that she is allowed to start writing it down and to join the club too. All right, friend, I will see you next week on Lead with Spark. Keep crushing it. Keep leading like only you can. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for being here and for doing the work to lead yourself first. If this episode sparked something for you, take a second to subscribe, leave a review, or share it with another woman who's ready to own her leadership. And remember, the way you lead your life is the way you lead everything else. If you or your organization are looking for a speaker, an impactful workshop, or an executive coach, head over to LynseyMulder.com and let's connect. Keep showing up. Keep leading with Spark. You got this. I'll see you next time.